Hello guys, the Perfect Match Xtra finale has finally wrapped and it's time to look back on how the season ended.
Dampari, I say make us start, make we talk this. Did you guys see how Grace was looking on the red carpet? Oh my God.
Honestly, I think you own that.
Yeah.
Seeing that was your first time, was it?
Yes,
Yeah, honestly,
and it was impromptu.
I was in awe watching.
Right.
I'm like, wow, Grace, have you done this before? Have you been practicing? And then what you wore, girl, nah, you gave everything. Like it was given. It was actually.
I wasn't surprised seeing you. I wasn't surprised at all, but like the way you carried it through, it was great. I mean, I was there with you too, so you did well.
Thank you guys.
You know what? You were giving pure star energy. You get
Are
it?
you?
For real, like
Vibes,
it's not like it's something you've been doing consistently. You just took it for the first time, and then you were given everything. Honestly, you were dressed up for the occasion. Your intros, everything was spot on.
Take
honestly.
your two.
But honestly, I was so intense. I remember when the producer reached out to me. She was like, Grace would like you to host the red carpet. I was like, who, me? Who? Are you sure it's me you wanted to test, or you wanted to test someone else with my name? And she was like, yeah, it's you. So I was like, hey, but I haven't done this before. And this is like a big deal.
It is.
But then, you know, one thing about me, I like to take on new challenges. So even though it was challenging and it was impromptu, I just decided to, you know, just give it my all and then try my best.
And you came through.
Yeah, it was lovely.
I think I loved it.
Your glittering lace gown. What was the inspiration? Like who
See, because it was impromptu, I didn't really have the time. Because you know me, I like to be extra.
I know, right?
Like to show out.
Yes, I think it was a day to the finale, so I had no other choice than to look for a store where I could buy something, you know, something that was red carpet worthy. And I remember when we went to this particular boutique at, was it? Yeah, around Spinters. They had a couple of gowns, and then unfortunately, the ones that I felt like were red carpet worthy to me, they weren't my size. And there was no time for you to buy a dress that was bigger than you to go to someone to alter it and stuff. And then, you know what, I spotted this particular dress. I think it was folded somewhere. And I was like, I just saw the sparkle. I was like, okay, can I see that? She brought it, like, oh, yes.
How much was it?
She was like, we're crowd.
How much
Please,
was it?
no.
What dollars? Tell us.
No, it wasn't in dollars, but, you know, a little above 2K, but
it's
yeah,
man.
it makes
Fancy.
sense.
It was given. It was
Fancy.
given. It was given.
So yeah.
So that was it.
Period.
Next time, invite me to come stand beside you and be the
I
bodyguard.
didn't see. I wanted to interview on the red carpet.
Oh really? No.
He didn't
You
come.
and
Can
Pablo.
you imagine?
Next year,
Nobody wasn't at the finale. Why? You and I sat here. We predicted.
I was in the cold room. We're doing machinations.
Oh, I bet.
What machinations were you guys doing? But Kwame came and he was looking
You should have
incredible.
interviewed my guy, Pablo.
He didn't come.
Rasta watch, you should have interviewed my guy.
Where is this name coming from? Where is the name? Hey! Pablo.
Pablo,
You heard them.
Love you, bro.
Oh, no, you know the funny thing, I just said the name today and then he did beat me. Sakura watching.
So it's a new name we are giving our Pablo, eh?
Yeah.
Please, Pablo, change your name.
Make you not go use that name on Pablo. I just said it today. You understand? Yeah.
All this wouldn't have been possible if our amazing viewers didn't stick with us throughout the entire season. You subscribed, you shared your opinions, you commented, you bashed us, you dragged us,
Called us
you loved
names.
us, you called us names, but
yeah.
it was all good. You guys, you know, made this what it is now, and we are grateful. And so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and share with your family and friends. Trust me, it is not ending here. You'll be seeing us more often, so be prepared.
To be sick of us.
Exactly.
Honestly, I want to give a big shout out to them for sticking with us throughout. Yes, honestly, because it's been a long ride, and then they've stayed loyal with us throughout, giving us the feedbacks to polish us and everything. It was really needful. So guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. And also I want to give a big shout out to APL. This year's show was given. They gave us a coveted show. Clearly, do you understand? you wouldn't want to miss a minute on your screen, you get it. So honestly, big shout out to APL for getting us these fans that stuck with us through and through, every week, every day, every night.
And
honestly.
also to the housemates, I feel you all outdid yourself. You did perfect. You people gave us a show, although I thought you people could have done more. But then it was still a great season. I think I loved it. I made mention we had like one of the nice, you know, casts. Can I say cast? They are all cast, right? They were casted to be
housemates, please.
Yeah. Yeah, so like they had like the good mark of the season. I'll say this and say it again. So honestly, you did well. And
I feel they were so fortunate to have been in a season that had a lot of eyeballs at every stage, every weekend. Like, because listen, PMXtra, what we've seen so far has been that in the latter parts of the season, you see the eyeballs, viewership dwindling, coming down because a lot of their faves, or a lot of housemates have left. And then you are left with the house with a few people giving a few content. Do you understand? But then producers this season gave us a show that stayed consistent, true. Do you understand?
Producers gave us a show?
For real, because listen, the dynamics they introduce.
Okay.
Like, so, listen, in the latter parts of the series, that's when they introduce Ajoti and Chidera.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
That's so at least they did something. At
some point, I'm not cutting you. I thought they were doing too much. I thought they were bringing too many housemates in at the latter part, but it even climaxed the show even better.
It was given. So honestly,
it's true. It's true to the producers.
I feel we should give them their 100. They deserve it. Like you stay. You kept us.
I want you to look straight into the camera and say that. I want them to
I think I've said this countless.
Because the way they bash the producers sometimes.
Oh, no. But then I think this season, in as much as we've had a lot of our opinions, you understand? Me like this, I've tweeted a lot on Twitter about producing the show and everything. I've said this several times that I think this season has been the best in terms of content. Do you get it? Because consistently, week in, week out, there was a new storyline. There was something given every week, consistently. Do you get it? So even the latter part, like even the last week in the show, you get it? So honestly, producers, you've done so well for yourselves. Keep giving us this many more, like
we can't wait for season 4.
For
even much better. Probably in a bigger apartment. What do you think?
Well, on that bigger apartment issue, my point is, I feel it is still in the foundational stage. Do you get it? They are still in the third year, and I feel that you know, it's a project, and then in your fifth year, that's when you sit back to assess things.
Exactly.
What you've done right, you've met your short-term goals. Are you
exactly what I'm trying to say?
So I feel maybe we should cut them some slack, allow them to give us what they have, their preamble. So maybe in the fifth year, for them to sit back to assess things proper, to see if indeed their budgets meet a new house or a bigger house or something. Do you understand? Honestly. So we should cut them some slack, allow the show be, and then enjoy it as we have. Do you get it? Because look at a small house giving us this content. So let's allow them maybe fifth year. After assessment, they would have,
it will be good. And I think I'm just happy with the predictions I made and how the finale came off. And I should commend the season 3 housemate. They really did well. They all showed up. Most of them came.
Thursday last hour dinner.
Honestly,
was it below your expectations or above your expectations?
Not at all. Listen, I didn't know I was such an emotional person. Do you understand? So that day.
Oh, yeah, I should have been in your house.
For real, like, I was getting goosebumps throughout. These housemates were top level headed people. Do you understand? Like, their words of affirmation was given. You could feel it. It was touching. Honestly, I enjoyed Thursday. I wanted a show like that Thursday live event.
I
wanted it to be
on its own.
For real. It was given. I enjoyed every bit of it. Condon's speech gave me house. Did you get it?
Yeah. Okay, so you've answered my next question.
Oh, really? Yeah. Honestly, I felt Condon gave me what I was looking for. Hey, I don't know if they were actually given time to write what they wanted to say. They can write. They can really write, make sense out of a lot of things, honestly. They gave us everything. It gave me everything. The Thursday dinner, whatever it was given. I loved it.
And Condon's words of affirmation carried most weight for you, right?
For me, yes, truly.
Okay. What about you?
Are you present? Condon's words of affirmation give you? Of course it did. I thought they all did well. They were all like true to themselves, and it was quite emotional. I'm not a lover boy. I kept saying this on and on. I'm not a lover boy.
But you have Gen Z body.
I don't love seeing, you know, people love you don't even around me, but then I love what I saw on Thursday. I felt it was so cool. The rose petals falling down,
it was so touchy.
the atmosphere, and their families as well. I think with Condon and Perry, that was my highlight.
How their mothers were bonding. Oh my God. It was so beautiful. I think I saw a video where Condon's mom was helping Perry's mom to fix her hair. Oh my God. It was so beautiful.
Go for Pelly.
Duo when it comes to the Thursday. Apart from them, who else?
But
of course, Oheneba and
the Rames people.
It was beautiful.
I love the advice Irame's brother gave to Oheneba.
Just what I was about to say. She spoke so well. She spoke maturely. She gave them like the proper advice. So yeah, with them and who again? I think all of them.
I love Naya and
Bogdan.
Bogdan is some. I don't think he wrote even his. I like this guy.
He just said it off.
You get it, and I love that. If you be able to be spontaneous, go out of your way to. I loved Bogdan's own.
One thing about Bogdan, he's intelligent.
You can't take it away from him. Not at all.
He's an intelligent guy, smart. He knows what he's doing. I think I can say that Bogdan knows what he's doing.
Let's talk about the predictions you made last week.
I beg you.
You. About your predictions. Were you impressed?
Of course.
Okay.
Mine came like Apo. This Apo didn't swerve.
But if you've watched the show from week 1, I mean, there are certain things you should have just known that, you know, it was going to happen.
No.
If
you watch it from week 1, week 2, week 3, no, let's say till week 5, if you ask me about top 2, I would have given it to Naya, Bogdan, and Irama, and Oheneba.
Really?
But it changed. Trust me, it changed. Perry and Condon started, you know, dominating the show at the, you know, middle climax, you know, pace. So I think,
even without Perry having a pair in the house, he was still, you know, he was always, you know.
Perry, are you talking about Perry?
Yes.
So Perry is mysterious. Perry is that guy you wouldn't see coming. Honestly, I'm surprised Perry came all the way to top 2, although I predicted. But I'm still surprised at the guy. I met him today and Perry.
How you saw him? That's why
Perry
I want you to tell people, because people have this misconception
Perry's
that Perry is just faking after the show. But when you meet a guy in person, you would know that was just Perry being Perry. He was not faking. He was not lying. He was not pretending. So if you are waiting to see
a different
any other side of Perry, I'm sorry, you'd be exactly, because that's him portraying a character.
That guy is a good actor too. I saw this stage performance of him, and I wasn't still believing like Perry could do all that. The shaky Perry.
No, but you know, the one thing I've realized about Perry is that he's more comfortable around people he's close with. Like when he's around people he's comfortable with, he's more expressive, he's more relaxed. You'd see. I don't know if you've noticed.
I have, but if you are trying to tell me Perry is comfortable around the people he is, you know, he's what is more of himself around people he's comfortable with. I don't think so, because tell me why Perry was on stage acting. Stage performances are different from like acting. Do you get it?
But that was like his job.
But yeah.
That was like a job.
Yet again, he's an actor, right? So.
The Perry I saw, I think I've always been saying this. A lot of people doubt this. They feel that the Perry we saw on the show was a front.
Yeah.
That was an image he carried on the show just to appease fans or get pity. But clearly, I saw Perry today, and this Perry looks
is just
natural.
Yes, natural.
That's him. You can't dilute him. You can't make him consent. That's him. Honestly, Perry is Perry. You can't take that away from him. My take on my predictions. Clearly, I went for Oheneba to win with a huge margin, and that was I did. I knew they were going, because listen, the semi-finals post was a wake-up call, and I knew they were going to respond hardly, stronger. Do you understand? And then they did that. My only, I won't say disappointment, Van Risa actually shocked me during the, because I think I placed them out of
your top
three during the
prediction.
And then I asked you, are you sure?
You get it. But then putting them second place, clearly I knew it was still going to be what it did, like it was, because Pedon, Van Risa was a bit unpredictable. You get it, because they were all stronger. But then at the end of the day, at least my first predictions came through. And then I'm proud of myself. At least I gave them.
At least you had one correct. I had 4 correct. I predicted from Irama, Oheneba, Perry, Condon, Larissa, Van Dijk, and Bogdan Naya. Mine came like it was like an apple.
Honestly, I think I got
so put respect on the name Kwame. Last year I predicted, this year I did. Next year, who knows?
So. Were there any surprises on Saturday?
Not at all, because clearly Ohenema was winning. Not at all.
Yeah.
The surprises were that, for me, were the fan bases decided not to compete when it mattered the most.
Yeah.
Listen, you've been able to go boot for boot, toe to toe with these people for the last 3 weeks.
7 weeks.
Yeah, so how come that when it mattered the most, you decided not to compete?
Yeah.
And Jonathan, because the gap was too huge for me. At least if you had been in a millions, you'd have understood that, okay, you competed, but then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But then there's a case where they flattered to the save, I would put it that way. I don't know if it was strategic for them not to vote or for them not to cleanse the trophy.
I think it was strategic.
But do you know the same thing happened in season 1?
Season 1, yours, even if they had voted, I think they decided to vote, yet it wasn't enough.
No, they decided not to vote.
Oh, really?
But then my point is, if you knew you'd get to the finals and then not vote, why do you even start voting from the very beginning? Don't even vote at all.
All they needed was to make finale. And there's a word on the street that people are reserving money, the voting money for them to come and enjoy. But what's the point if you don't vote? They left the whole thing, I don't know, but it wasn't looking good. The polls were like way too high and less effort from the other voters. So maybe next time people should do well, because they made it so easy.
Well, and then also from week 1 to the last week, the finals, I think Bogdan was the only thing that shocked a lot of people. Yeah. How come you've competed throughout?
Yeah.
And then you fall off so easily? Yeah. In the last 3 weeks. Yeah, it was shocking. Because
I don't know why they give up though.
Seeing the full, like the whole pool for the seasons, like for the weeks, it was shocking to find out that during the last week, decided not to compete again. It was shocking. So Bogdan were my surprises. Bogdan and Naya, because why are you guys not voting? Why are you not competing anymore? Placing 4th was a bit of a shocker to me. Do you understand? Because you guys were competitive.
Well, to me, as you said, was it the last polls we saw? Was the semi-final?
Semi-finals, yeah.
Exactly. That one gave me that they are not making it top 2. I think I made my major predictions with that one, because they placed 4th, right? They placed 4th on the polls.
Yes.
4th, yes. I think the last 3 weeks they had placed 4th.
Yes.
So the weeks of semi-finals they were 4th, semi-finals they were 4th, finals they were 4th. What happened to you? You decided not to vote anymore.
They gave up.
Like
the Bognayas gave up, which was so sad.
And I feel bad for Bogdan, because the idea was he was the sole competitor to Oheneba.
And the guy is highly competitive in so many unnecessary stages. The guy is so competitive.
The fans
even
up
with
then was
their mini challenges and main challenges in the house. So I feel the fans didn't.
They gave up on them too soon.
True.
Was it because of the money to flaunt after the show, post production? People, okay, it's fine.
Kwame, would you say that the couples deserve the positions they had?
Obviously.
Per vote and then per performance, do you think they deserve the positions they had?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Per performance, Pedon do not deserve to be second.
Why so?
If we're going by anything, I'm not sure, if not for fans' votes, I'm not sure they deserve to be second.
But why do you think they don't deserve to be second?
Who
Well,
is
should
your
have a
ideal
good
second
reason.
runner-up? Or
So
first runner-up?
I'm taking into context everything from week 1 to now.
Yeah.
Because week 1, I felt Perry was going to go home early. But
Why?
then, lo and behold, he garnered some huge funds, and then it helped. But then, putting everything into perspective, he's not the kind of guy I would have predicted to be in the fund. So yes,
I
You
felt,
never
think
saw
there's-
him coming.
yeah, I felt
That's true.
with Perry, the Akorfa story helped him as well.
good. They carried it
Akorfa's
for like
story,
four weeks
helped
continuous.
him.
That's true.
The whole treatment being switched and Condon coming to be, the mother superior to save the whole situation.
What do you mean by mother superior?
Oh, I be now. Must you be picking out of what? Yeah, like so I felt Ubi Sami, I would say Akorfa also, helped Perry go to
Yeah.
finale.
We can't downplay her role.
But-
too.
I'm not downplaying. This is my opinion. If you
But
ask me,
I don't know
where
how
their
you guys
storyline,
were
how the
watching
whole
the
thing
show. Wait,
shifted. To me, it's
from
giving
what
pity.
fans were saying, it
To
was
me, it's
not
giving
giving
pity.
pity.
We saw
See,
the same
one
thing
thing,
last
even
year.
with the winners, one thing you people always downplay when it comes to PMXtra is that, see, I always say this, life itself is more spiritual than physical. There is something called grace.
So we are talking about spirituality. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about spirituality, but then there's something called grace. Sometimes you don't even have to do too much for people to love you.
Of course. I'm not even.
And the
doubting
guy
Perry.
didn't have to do too much. Did Erama have to do too much? She didn't have to do too much.
So are you trying to tell me Perry and Akorfa's dynamics didn't help Perry make it to finale?
He even
or
lost
going
people.
far in the
People left
competition?
him. People left him. There was even a rally on social media that Big Mama should bring someone new for Perry. People left him.
Because of Akorfa.
Not because of Akorfa, but then it was because they felt like the girl was treating him in a way they didn't find acceptable.
Exactly. Now they wanted a girl out and a new girl.
No, I
for
didn't
him
like
to-
how you were putting it, because then now it looks like then Akorfa was the
I
villain. No, she's not supposed to be the villain. It was
Okay.
herself. She downplayed her own self because she listened to other people. If she hadn't
No,
listened to
but if
other
you ask
people,
me about the villain of season 3, I'll say Akorfa. Do you know why I'll give a
You
villain?
can't take that away
Why?
from me.
Because the whole house was literally against her.
you are lying. If anyone
No,
should
no,
be
no,
the
no,
villain, it
I'm
should
not-
be Blanco.
No,
Oh,
no,
nah.
Blanco is no villain.
Are you serious?
Blanco is no villain.
Blanco and Naja Black were the
No,
ones
they are no
behind
villain. Akorfa is villain.
Akorfa's.
So if you ask me about villain, who I deem fit as villain is, someone that almost everybody doesn't like because of one reason or the other. It doesn't matter which reason why they are not liking you, but the fact that you were able to piss everybody off, and the last day that she was evicted, she was saying one particular thing and the whole housemate
Hey,
was like,
if you
what
say
were
the
saying was-
housemate, see, Akorfa was one person that.
Okay, who is your villain? You said Blanco. Wrong
Yeah,
answer.
Blanco will be my
Wrong.
villain.
Wrong.
No,
Akorfa is
how
a villain.
do you take? You can say he's an instigator, but then the villain, the only person that played that villain role very well in the house was Akorfa.
It's Akorfa. Akorfa played a
Because
villain
on
role.
the streets, on the PMXtra communities, Twitter, TikTok, it was
Yeah.
Akorfa's name that was being,
Who is the most hated? Let me ask
Akorfa.
you one. Akorfa, she's a villain.
yes. So
You think Akorfa is the most hated housemate?
Yeah,
Are you
for real.
serious?
Yes.
this isn't
I
it.
don't see
This
it
season,
like that.
oh, this
though.
season like
Well,
Akorfa.
me
Then who-
personally, I don't see it like
Who do you
that.
see? Who do you see?
Yeah,
as
Why
the
don't
most
you think
hated?
so?
Yes, because it's,
See, I don't think so, because we all saw how Blanco and Ajua Black manipulated Akorfa to take or make certain decisions when it came to her relationship with Terry.
Trust me, I don't think anybody influenced Akorfa in any way.
Are you
Akorfa
serious?
knew what she was doing. I don't know, maybe it's me, but I think Akorfa knew what she was doing. She knew whatever she was doing, because the last day of eviction for them, Blanco made a statement that I told you something, but you chose not to listen. I think he said, don't listen to Izzy 7. I told you don't talk to 7. He spoke with 7. So this clearly is telling me that Blanco tries,
Hey!
yes,
See,
Blanco tries,
see.
talking her out of certain decisions, but she will say no.
we are not here today to talk about all that, but honestly,
You
if
think
we
Akorfa
could-
is no
if-
villain?
No, no, I don't think Akorfa is a villain. Honestly.
Who do you consider
Because
villain
if
in
she
the show?
didn't listen to those two people when Condon came to the house, I'm sure she would have been able to, patch up with Perry, and then they would have gone back to whatever that they were.
You and I were not in the house.
No, you think Akorfa would have fashion? No,
Akorfa is a hard girl. She would not. Naturally, she's headstrong.
I'm not sure anybody talked Akorfa.
Even if she was headstrong, people like Blanco and Adua Black were still pushing her to.
They were her friends. I'm sure whatever they are saying, if it didn't resonate with her, she would have told them no.
Don't you know how manipulation works?
Yes, she made a decision and they agreed with whatever she had to say.
But then I don't know, Grace, I don't know this analogy, but then the point is, Akorfa actually made it clear how much the kind of person she wanted.
Is,
do you understand?
Yeah,
and Perry was out of it. That was, I think, first.
She said it's that Perry.
So I'm not sure anybody influenced Akorfa not to like Perry or anything. Do you get? Even if anybody did, I think they pushed them to be. Do you get? But Akorfa's personality, character, and everything wasn't something that would have gelled with Perry.
Well, okay. Yeah. There are certain things I can't say on camera, but. It's your opinion. Keep it to yourself, though.
Oh, but yes, still, I feel Akorfa was a villain of the season. Girl, you did well. You were evil.
What?
And we love evil. I mean the good evil, TV evil, not that one. No, I beg you people. Akorfa is the show.
Which couple would you wish to swap positions for when it comes to Final Four?
Okay, no. I don't think I would swap anything. I said what I said, and it came off. So they all deserve whatever they got.
Exactly.
If you ask me.
My point is, I respect the work the Perry handlers have done this season. Do you understand? Because how are you able to market this character to gain this number? Do you get it? They were able to market Perry very well.
They have.
Do you understand? For Perry to go all out to the finals. So I give you guys your props and everything. You guys did so well. I've been saying this. I will take Perry out of the final four. Do you understand? Yes.
And swap him with Jai and Kiki.
Good.
I think Jai and Kiki also did a marvelous work.
Good. And also, maybe I may be biased. I like Nigel and Angela. Do you understand? I understand that to some people they didn't give anything. But then these are couples I expected them to be in the final.
Me too.
So, me too.
If I don't put Ja and Kiki in the finals, I'll put Nigel and Angela in place of Perry.
In fact, this season, all the ships
they were given.
All the ships tried their very best, honestly. Nigel, even when Nigel and Angela got evicted, it was one of the evictions that I didn't see coming. Honestly.
I swear that eviction
that eviction made me cry. I cried.
Yeah, it would go
honestly, because I was like, how? Black Angela and how?
I was surprised. I didn't watch the live show.
That's the only eviction that made me, because I wholeheartedly supported them. Do you understand? Nigel Angela's eviction, I was blasting fans, PMXtra fans. Why?
Because they didn't vote?
Yeah, because can't you see these people? Are they not lovely? Look at Nigel. He's
and
a fine
people,
boy.
And Anglers too were trying, so I don't know.
No, I said this. Yeah, I said this here. I feel Nigel didn't bring like what we expected him to bring, because he has the looks.
Yeah.
He speaks well.
He's smart.
So why can't you why didn't he make it this far? And he wasn't given content, if you ask me. He's either very tired, he doesn't have his own storyline figured out. If the only time I will see Nigel active is him solving issues. He coming to talk to is it Van Dyke, or just being in someone's story, but not his story. I didn't really feel Nigel and Black Angela's story than even Perry. Perry had a storyline clearly.
Oh, of course.
Clearly.
Of course.
His awkward nature was even a story.
His calm nature, because people felt like that was Perry pretending, but he wasn't.
Exactly. So if you ask me, yeah, they deserved the eviction. But then maybe
not that soon.
Not that soon, yeah. Probably like 7th week. Yeah. But they left.
And Jai and Kiki too. I mean,
Jai and Kiki would have made a good finale for me.
Story too.
Yeah, would have made a good finale for me.
Well, so aside taking Perry out of the top 4, I would also bump up Bogdan and Naya.
Up.
Yes, up. Yes, because we are arranging the finals. Do you understand? So per what I saw on the show, per what I loved or what I witnessed or observed, I feel that they deserve to be up there, at least to serve as some sort of reverence to them, to the kind of content they give on the show.
Like
they deserved better.
Honor.
Yeah, because after first night on the show, you could tell that Bogdan was a kind of character that was going to go far.
I posted Bogdan on my Twitter. When I saw the guy, I'm like, this guy will make it far.
Yeah, it was shocking that
but it got to a point. I think Bogdan gave up on himself subconsciously. It got to a point where he was. I think AJ even asked him that why are they not participating in the whole the show, and they said they love each other's company.
Yeah.
And AJ asked the followed up question that this is a reality show. We want you, aside the love thing, we want both of you
you have
interact
to,
with
you
each
should
other.
have a story for yourself,
exactly.
even before the ship.
So he deserved, no shade, no tea. He deserved the 4th position because I think he started off very strong, but got to a point.
He relaxed.
They were
he
in
was
their bubble,
too relaxed.
Too relaxed.
He was too relaxed.
Aside this thing.
So I would take Perry out of the top 4, regardless of what people think. I'll bump Bogdan and Naya up
to top 2.
I'll put Ja and Kiki, or Black Angela, Nigel.
Meaning Larissa and Van Dyke too.
No,
weren't doing anything for you.
So no, I love them. I love them.
So why?
So I'm saying that I'll take Perry out, okay, and put either Nigel, Angela, or Kiki, Ja in the top 4. So either of them. Do you understand?
But you've mentioned 3 names so far.
So I'm saying Bogdan.
So 4th, they are tying. They are tying for you. Okay.
So Bogdan 4th is okay. It's not okay for me. Maybe I would push him up a bit. Do you understand?
To where?
It's a top 2.
Yeah, do you get it? Yes, and then I would expect Nigel, Angela, or Ja and Kiki to be in finals as well. So either of them, I'm good. But I didn't think Perry had to be in finals.
You didn't say. You didn't give your.
Grace, give us.
Don't give us any diplomatic thing here. We want to hear from you. What do you think?
What do you want to hear from me?
Who would you
swap for finals?
I wouldn't swap anyone though. Honestly.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Because in as much as it's a reality show, the votes of the fans too matters. And so it should tell viewers that if your fave is doing their best in the house, it is your responsibility to push them by voting for them and going all out for them. There's no time in between for you to slack or for you to think, oh, this one is going to be cheated and be given to someone.
I really
because
saw them going top.
Some of the positions were so because the fans chose to, relax.
Yeah.
And you can't blame anyone.
Not just relax, so reserve the money down for them. So that they will use it to do party and buy them iPhone. Which is not the case. Vote.
Yeah, these people came into the house. They all came to the house for the crown. Everyone wants the crown.
Yeah.
The crown is the reason why each and every one of them came into the house. It's different when you see your fave to not have the potential. Then it's okay for you to relax.
Up on them.
Do you understand? But these housemates had potentials. These couples had potentials. But then the fans felt like...
I think the only thing I didn't get in this season is the bass bulls. But then I love their whole story. I love the dynamics. It wasn't too hot, but then it was very competitive.
Yeah, this season wasn't hot, but it was competitive.
It was competitive. So
hot like season 1.
Season 1 I've not really
season 1.
Season 2 is not hot.
Season 1, if they
season
took, if maybe secrets were not around, I'm sure they would have. Yeah, it would have been feisty. Season 1 bad.
Season 1 was too bad. It was too toxic.
I'm not sure they've even moved on. There are still grudges between them. Yeah, everybody.
Unlike some of us.
Yeah, you guys have made.
Look at Rosie and Drew now. Who knows? I'll be. I'm cool with them now. So.
Oh really? That's beautiful.
We are good. I'm almost cool with everybody.
Let's talk about. See, there's this thing I wanted us to talk about. Let's talk about how past season housemates, when it's time for reunions, they choose not to come. But then when it's a season finale, then they all decide to show up.
This feels like a shit to my face.
No, it doesn't feel like it. But then it's sometimes it's respectful, because if you don't respect the platform that gave you the opportunity to be where you are today. I don't understand why you should come back.
Do you know why? I think some of them did that. They don't have the balls to come.
Exactly.
If you don't make it to what's the name?
Your own reunion.
Reunion. If you don't make it to reunion, I feel you were
Because I
coward.
feel reunions are days where
You were a
issues are
coward.
supposed to be
Why
resolved.
would you come on a show?
You know,
and
where
decide not
people are
make
supposed
it
to make amends and stuff like that. So if you don't
Exactly.
come, you're still going to keep on
You are not
holding
strong
grudges
enough.
against each other and
You are not
stuff.
strong enough to make it to reunion.
Because I remember my season, I told produce the host that, you know, I thought all of us were going to be here so that
no, you can
we
trash
could
things out
trash
properly.
things out, resolve issues and stuff like that. But then it was so unfortunate that same day now another agenda was going, and I just told myself that, you know what, it is going to be what it is.
Well, on that, aside from the housemates that really give tangible reasons for not being present, for them, I would cut them some slack. Do you understand? It's disappointing that a platform that gave you the fame, the clout and everything, you decide to disrespect it when do you understand? Because listen, you garnered fans even if it was just one person. So out of respect for your fans, why do you not come for reunion to actually even tell us how you've been faring, what you've been doing over all these years? Do you understand? Whom are you reconnecting with? And like, you owe us that. Do you understand? Even if you don't like the platform anymore, you owe we the fans that. Yeah. So I feel that no matter what, no matter the grudges you may still hold against certain people, it is proper that for your fans' sake, you come for reunion. Do you get it?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, come, because why would you want to be that? Why would you want to cast that, like a platform that's giving you everything like this?
The fan base was, and one, I feel the fan base, they are mostly trying to prove something to each other. It's either who is the richest, who has the Udogu, and however they are, you know, they are flaunting it. But I feel it's a good thing on the other side, if you ask me why. They are changing their lives. If you feel you want to splurge on me to make someone, prove a point or to make someone jealous, at the end of the day, I am at the receiving end. It's changing my life. And 1 year later, people gradually move on.
Yes.
So
and these housemates will eventually become friends again. Look at the JJD brothers.
Good.
They are back being friends.
Yeah, they are
after
back.
The back and forth and the wars
and
whatever that happened.
They've given them money.
They are not back being friends.
Aside it's being toxic, I feel it's also helping them as well, because like that. But aside that too, it's not a healthy relationship, if you ask me, about they coming in between the housemates, because you can see that you are cool with this person, but for some reasons they just cut ties with you. And if you go into it, it's coming from fan base, I don't like this person, I don't think you should associate with this person. But then you put in the house with them.
About that.
Yes.
I remember the day, exactly. I remember the day I went to Big Mama's house. I said it to the housemates. And for one, I know for a fact they thought I was joking. I was talking too much. But we all day here. I know they've already started. They've already of course.
Yeah, the fan was,
And I know they've already started, you know, coming in between faves, like housemates and stuff like that. I know they've already started. But what I would tell you watching me is that, the housemate, if you're watching me, be careful. Just be careful. And you made mention of the fact that, you know, fans doing splurging on housemates because they want to prove a point. And my point is, why do you have to do that to prove a point to someone? I mean, you should love these people for who they are. Love them because you want to love them. Don't love them because you want to prove a point to anybody. Because it seems some of the love the fans have towards this housemate is because they want to prove a point to someone. For how long?
Well, if you are the housemate and they are doing that, you just take advantage, because
for me as a person, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Well, I don't know. Let me, when you're done, I would want to have a bite on all this, because clearly, you know, I am on Twitter.
Exactly.
The truth is, even movies, sometimes some of we the watchers invest our emotions. Do you understand? Okay. We consider it to be so real that no, we watch it, we invest our emotions that at a point we forget ourselves that it is an act. Yeah. This is a reality show. This is not like we've told them to, in as much as people will have their opinions on certain acts, I feel that, you know, this is a reality show. It is real. And I understand at some point emotions would be invested. I understand them. Sometimes I feel they take it a step too far. Do you get it? Because mind you, these are people you've met on screens for like you never knew them. Do you understand? You just seen on screen and then you are heavily so much invested in everything they do that you don't even want anybody to tweet A or B about them. You get it? It's naturally meant to happen because it's a reality show and then they see it to be not to be movies. It's something real. So they wouldn't want anybody to hurt their coveted trophies, their eggs, their faves and everything. So I understand them to an extent. My other issue happens to be with they coming in between
housemates,
the housemates and even their partners. The point is
and
friends. The point is you met them on the show, you love them on the show, and then because of what they gave on the show, that's why you love them. What is the point in inserting yourselves in their daily lives? Who are you? I understand that some of you may have experiences.
Yeah, they are gifted.
You get it. You are gifted, so you understand. Be there. Listen, love them genuinely. Do you understand? If you want to support them, support them. But the moment you try to insert yourself in their partners, like in their lives, hey, don't do this. No, you are loving your partner too much. You are investing too much of your time. Like that makes it too, I don't know, that makes it very bad for me. You understand? Because you love them for the decisions they made on the show. So why do you want to come and then insert or project your opinions or whatever on them? Allow them be. And sometimes, I don't know, it baffles me.
They even decide who they should be friends with.
Yes.
Yeah. Who they should mingle with and who they shouldn't. Meanwhile, these housemates have spent 10 weeks in Big Mama's house bonding. Yeah. Well, even before they came to Big Mama's house, they bonded outside. They were camped before they were brought to Big.
We had
do you understand? So how?
At the hotel before coming. Like
it baffles me because it's these same fans who would start tagging TV3 to solve issues amongst housemates later on.
Well,
when it's too hot for them to handle.
I sometimes it's lovely from where I sit on Twitter. If I see the fans fighting, I get a lot of gist to feast on. So honestly,
agenda boys.
Yeah, keep it going. Fight yourselves, beat them. Do you understand? But then don't get physical.
But what do you expect from the fan bases, though?
Last year, some turned physical. Do you know that?
Yeah, but then that's good. At least it keeps.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
good. Are you
serious? Please fight for us. We love it.
It keeps the convo going.
Yeah, but please don't get into their business. Fan bases. Defend them. Defend your feet.
Exactly. Defend them.
Don't insert
chase
yourselves.
Clout with them, but sometimes let's just know there's time to go and there's time not to.
Well, because
sometimes fans go too far. For me, I know they hate me because I say the truth, but then I'm always gonna say it.
Do you know what I think? I feel, you know, they are gifting them, they are giving them their assets and all that, and they are gradually turning them into what they are.
Puppets.
Yeah, and into what they are, their image. Because if I'm gifting you,
and I'm a bitter person, I would want you to be bitter.
I'm giving you my money.
Okay, so
and I don't
think
like
this is how it works.
Go with the flow.
If I know someone from the season, or I even know someone from previous season, and I hate the person, I'm bitter towards that person, there should be no way that I should see you being friends or being cool or even smiling at the person. Because then it comes at the expense of me not helping you or supporting you anymore.
So, like, they'll cut it off. So, just be smart. The housemate, just be smart.
I would tell you, be smart. Listen to them. They don't want you to talk to somebody. Don't talk to them. It's just 1 year.
Mine is listen to them, navigate, and
listen
be smart
to them.
about it. You might end up losing it, or if you don't.
I think you take it from this point that now it's like it's a competition between the fan who can give more, who can.
Exactly.
Honestly, that is also good for the housemates.
Of course, you are enriching them.
Yes,
So
that's the whole point.
it is good to show your mettle, show your prowess, show your
show
prowess.
pride,
Do it. But then where I draw the line is when you try to, because you are doing it, because you are the one giving more, you try to project. No, don't do that. I don't want you to talk to this person. Listen.
That one they do it all the time.
It's happening, no.
They do it all the time.
And if you refuse to listen to them, trust me, they will catch you
off.
Benefits.
They will take your brand deals. The plans they have for you, they will go with everything.
The JJD boys, they couldn't gel after the show because the fans were projecting. This boy didn't like you. He said this about you. He said that about you. So, Jana, but then behind closed doors, they were cool.
Exactly.
They just couldn't bring it out.
And those guys were just so smart. They were so smart. I'm sure back then they were talking to each other and saying, you know what, these people don't want to see us together. If not, they'll not help us. So you know what?
Let's finish chopping their money and we'll come back
when it comes to social media, let's act like we ate each other. We are not talking, but then back door.
Jason didn't waste drill on his birthday. Do you understand?
He didn't
waste drill.
You see.
But I'm sure
they were very cool.
He called him on mobile to wish him.
So they didn't waste drill anywhere.
They were scared to
if it's you, won't you be scared?
I'm not sure.
Well,
after eating your money, after giving me your money, I'll ask you, you loved me, that's why you're giving it to me, so yeah.
But then their love comes with condition, just know that.
No, mine is, I did something to be celebrated, right? So whatever you are giving me, you don't expect me to act what you are saying. You are giving me your money because you love me.
And some of the fans are just
genuinely.
too bitter. They are just too bitter, and they are projecting their bitterness
that's true.
towards this housemate, and it's so sad.
It is what it is.
So fans, we beg you, please, gift them, love them, but take your emotions out of it. Do you understand? Allow them be. Love them for who they are. Don't try to teach them the ways and means they should go about their business.
Let's not get it twisted. I know some of the fan bases, like they love them, right? They will coach them. But mine is listen to what they are saying, but don't just carry what they are saying.
Yeah, have a mind of your own.
Mind of your own. They might be warning you.
Think for your own self.
Yeah,
sometimes
they might be warning you of something. It might be danger.
Yes.
But then it's
some
all
of the
up
things
to
they
you how
warn you about
react.
is true. But then
yeah, your reactions would make other fan bases ride on it and all that and that and that. So
let's talk about the advantages that comes with being on the show and fans gifting and all the cars, the shops.
I think with that, why don't you...
She will be the best person to talk about it because we've seen
you've
them
been there, you've gotten all the goodies out of it and everything. But then let me make this first statement. I think TV3, APL have...
Media General.
Yes, have built something...
Yeah,
so massive,
lives.
like honestly, because from zero to hero in just 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And we must commend them for that.
Yeah.
The thing is, this platform is a platform that gives you everything you need if only you play your cards very well.
Yes.
Do you understand? So we must give it to them. The person who sat down to write this whole concept preamble and everything.
To our APL team.
Honestly, this is good.
Guys, you are changing lives, so you are transforming
I mean,
lives.
look at Grace, look at me.
Because in the space of 10 weeks, your life could change. Do you get it? So I feel this is a massive platform that...
Give them their flowers.
If you get
fans,
the
give them
opportunity
their
to
flowers, because sometimes the way you talk to them, the way you talk to the producers, the way you tag some of them and say things that if someone else should say to you, you wouldn't be happy. It just hurts and it doesn't make sense. These people sacrifice their time, their energy, their emotions. They even sacrifice their homes because some of them are married and stuff like that. Yeah. Some of them even sleep here. Some of them do 2-4-7. Like they don't go home.
I think
they sometimes even have to use towel to clean their bodies.
See, when I came for Friday night, the party, I saw one producer. Like you could see how puffy her eyes are.
Is it the person I know?
I'm sure, maybe. Mama
and she is. There are two women actually.
Yes, okay. So
and they're all married women. That's one thing people don't know.
I saw Sheba and Mama Gan that night, and they were going to sleep.
Someone even called her a witch. Like, are you serious?
You understand?
She's sacrificing her time. The couples that we think or feel are still going to be relevant after the show, and the ones that along the line they will just.
Okay, so we are talking about relevant or lasting longer?
Both relevance and lasting. Are they going to last and are they still going to be relevant? Because you
might
might last and you're not going to be relevant.
That's true. So the point is here, from season 1 to season 3, what we've noticed is this has been the trend. Winners normally do not last.
Why?
But then I would beg to differ with these people.
Yeah. But if you say winners normally do not last, what
Grace,
is that supposed to mean?
that is a fact.
That's the
it's
fact.
a proven fact. Season
that's
1.
That's a trend from you.
You and your husband are no more together.
Exactly.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You're really beginning to piss me
off. You and your boyfriend.
You know.
You and your situation.
He was my pair.
Okay, that's
you
fine.
and your
But
pair.
then,
exactly.
But I thought you
it didn't last. See, I sometimes don't want to go deep into whatever that happened between him and me for us, no. Yeah. But then it was a situation even beyond.
What I was saying is the trend, and it's a proven fact, has been that winners do not last longer. But this season, I'm putting my money on them to still be relevant and still be together, last longer, even come this season.
After a year?
Do you know why I'm saying this?
Let's be hopeful.
Yes, let's be hopeful.
Yeah.
I understand that even with you had a lot of odogus. Do you get it? You had a lot of fans that were ready to invest in your everything and all that. But still, based on a few things, it couldn't really
happen.
Yes. But then I'm hoping that Ohenebe and Rama would last longer and still remain relevant. And one thing also that bothers me is, listen, this show is a live show, perfect match. But then the trend has been that we come to find perfect matches, but then the perfect matches we find do not last longer, even beyond 4 months.
Because of some fans.
That's
like
also
that.
a fact. But then the thing is,
sometimes it's not only about fans. I feel
do you want to bet on that?
I feel it's about
fans
individuals
play a major role on some of the ships that do not last.
They will play those roles if
and
you
that is
don't
when,
have a mind on your own.
If you are greedy, if you are greedy,
that's true.
They buy you.
If you are greedy, huh?
Yes, they buy you, and then now they dictate for you.
Let me ask you this. I hear sometimes those monies we see are fake. They present it and later, the checks.
To take it.
Yeah, they'll present it to you, then later take it from you. Is there any truth in there?
Well, for what I know,
you have experience.
From experience, what I know, I remember the time Grassnators gifted me, is it 2.4 billion for my birthday?
The placard.
And there were rumors. People said that, aside the check, they gifted me other money too.
Yours was buoyant.
So then people started going around saying that, oh, it was the same money that was written on the check. It was the same money they took some and then did and I was like, no, that was not what even happened. If we say we're putting all the monies that I was gifted on a placard, are you serious?
So it's real.
It's real.
It's all real.
For me, I know it's real with me. It was real with me. But then with others, I can't say for them. But then it's real.
So the placards, the monies on that check normally is not the money they are going to deposit into your bank. The truth is, so let's say everything combined, let's say we raise about 300,000, do you understand? And the 300,000, 50,000 has gone into shops or clothing and everything. Right. How much, everything we've spent in totality, that's what they will write on the check. So it doesn't mean...
But why do you do that? If that's what you use for the shops and the stuff, why do you even present the money?
So let's say, so at the end of the day, they would be left with, let's say, 50,000, 80,000. That's what would actually go into the fans account. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. So that's what I know. But then, I don't know, maybe with that it's different. But so far I know that, let's say if they give you a check placard of, let's say, 50,000, 100,000.
Do you have evidence?
It's real. Yeah, right.
So like with the couples that I feel would last longer and stay relevant, Rama and Oheneba, I feel there is something strong, genuine between them. And I just pray that they don't let fans come in between them.
Or family members or any other person gets.
I just hope they are able to. I just pray they are able to.
And just don't be greedy. Like, serious, just don't be greedy.
She's talking from experience. Listen to her.
See, don't be greedy, honestly. Because that's where the problem starts.
There's a thin line between being greedy and being... what's that word?
Smart or strategically positioning yourself.
No, you being ambitious. So there's a difference between greedy and ambitious.
No, I'm not talking about being ambitious. If you're ambitious, your fans are going to see.
If you're ambitious, you know you will still be going. Greed is different. So greed is when I have and I don't want you to have. So with me, couples that I think might last, we are humans. I don't know what might happen tomorrow. I can't foretell whatever will happen tomorrow, but it's so fresh to predict. It's so fresh. I saw some last year. I mean, I experienced some last year. I thought some people were going to stay like the test of time, but it all changed. Do you understand?
So season 2 is just Rosie Drill.
Just Rosie and Drill and Jason and Darlene. So far, both of them, right? I'm not seeing
Martin are no more together.
Yeah.
Joy Jessica no more together.
Wasted.
Wow. J. Chris and Miss Dan.
Bombarded.
No, I think maybe we should do a session where we analyze all these things.
Please, this one they're big money. We need to bring all of them on the podcast.
Listen, I think this would be nice. Let's say those that we knew.
Let's see if we can even if they can't be a pair, let them be friends.
No, we can't force friendship or any relationship.
At least
we want to get to the bottom of it. What happened? Can you mend it?
They would not talk.
At least we should bring them over here.
They will not talk about it. Trust me, they will not. You won't have them coming. Let me talk about Droid and Jessica. They were giving us
the content
together forever. We die here. But
and then the editing.
They just went off like a thin air. So I think it's so it's too fresh for me to predict. But I hope they all go far.
Yes.
So far, season 3 has shown me like something about love. That you don't have to be too much, but you can still go far. You understand? So
who taught you that? Perry.
Season 3. Not Perry. Forget about Perry. Perry, forget about yourself.
Did you forget about himself?
Yeah, I'm just trying to say it's very early. I wish you guys all the best. Stop listening to people and you might go far. Probably we might come here and talk about you people lasting. So yes.
For me, I'm being positive. You know, I'm seeing something. And I know all the couples are going to go far. I mean, they've seen what happens if you leave your pair. Let's just be realistic. They've all seen what happens if you leave your pair. So I know that even if it's not working, they're going to try and make sure it works.
No, let me clear some narrative. It's not about you leaving your pair. It's about you having the understanding. It's here. We can get married today. I still stand on this. We can get married today and decide to break up tomorrow because I find you unattractive again. There shouldn't be any instance that will make you hold on to someone just because you are being gifted or being done certain things for. So just, it should come from you. It should be mutual. Love is mutual. Do you understand? So yes, just if it's good,
make
follow.
it work.
If it's not,
honestly, just make it work.
If it works, go on. If it doesn't, break up. Nobody's going to hold you. There's so many fishes in the way. TV3 provided a social experiment, and it's up to you to carry on. So if you love your
people
partner,
should even understand
not,
that it's a relationship. Even marriages end.
Let's be
even
real
married
here.
couples divorces. So I don't understand why they feel so entitled to the point that they feel like, they have to marry. They have to be together forever.
It's just a platform. It's just a platform.
No, maybe the name of platform too matters. Perfect match. You found your perfect match. There isn't anything that should hinder your path in getting to the top.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a perfect
there should be something. I bet to differ. There should be something.
You stayed with one person for 10 weeks, solid weeks.
10 weeks.
In the house.
Not a
with
year.
No phones. Just the two of you together.
I get you.
So I'm sure you would have.
I feel the real love starts after the house. Trust
exactly.
Me. Real love starts in the house. It was full.
You were just getting to know each other.
Exactly,
and it was
full competition. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
You know, AJ made this statement to Akorfa and Blanco that they are still here, although they are friends. So it's not like giddy like that.
Exactly.
This is a platform for people. Perfect match. How well can you bond and last the test of time? Competition, real love starts after the show post. So just follow the rhythm. If you love this person, show your love without being afraid and listen to nobody. But if it's not working, don't stay in a toxic relationship.
That's
don't.
True. That's
if it's not working, the two of them needs to come to an understanding that you know what, it's not working, but I believe we can be friends.
Let's respect each other and go our separate ways than it being toxic.
And when it comes like that, fans should just respect their decision
and move. With the fans here, Charlie, they've invested so much. So
Ebusia for Kwame
Dampare.
It's been amazing having you here on the podcast today.
Gracias.
I hope.
What's the name of your lip gloss again?
Labrillo.
Labrillo, meaning?
Be glossy.
Be glossy.
Like,
and then when I say Labrillo, you say shine without apology.
Let's do a lip. Shine without apology.
Labrillo. Congrats, honestly.
Thank
well
you.
Done, congrats. Yeah, congrats.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Well, honestly, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe he's dating.
You have a girlfriend, you don't know, maybe.
So that makes him not qualified to have your lip gloss. So now ask
him. For the lip gloss, give me 3.
I have to give me 3.
for the sugar girls.
Give me 3.
So you have 3 girlfriends then?
No, my mom, my 2 sisters. Yeah, give me 3.
Now you sabi.
Now you sabi then, now you sabi.
I am.
You look like kids to you, eh?
Oh no. I am officially okay. Yes.
Okay. You take
Kwame.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, can I see her?
Oh, I'm happy for you.
Oh my God, I'm so emotional to show you my girlfriend.
To show
I'll show you after the show.
Show me here.
Let me show my girlfriend on camera.
Let me see.
Hey, no.
I'm calling her FaceTime. Hey, baby.
She's lying. No, he's lying. Okay, guys. It's been wonderful. It's been amazing. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and share this with your family and friends, and turn the notification bar on so that anytime we post a new video, you get notified. Until next time.
You've not heard the last of us yet, trust me.
Yeah, honestly, there is more coming. Watch out.
And who says this is the end? It's not the end, no.
Yes, sir.
We are coming back.
Yeah, there is more coming.
Soon.